Okay, right now we are in the Charles Village area of Baltimore, 2500 block, and this is going to be a deal that we're looking at currently, and you guys are going to be very excited because this one is a beautiful deal. So I want you guys to really take a look at what's going to happen next. We're going to go through the numbers that count, and we're going to break down this deal. It was a short sale. One of my students already closed on it, and now we're going to basically go through the walkthrough. Already work has been done, and I'm going to present the numbers to you guys shortly. So just stay tuned. Look at this neighborhood. Here we are at the property. This is an actual 4-unit, 1 2-bedroom, 2 1-bedrooms, and a studio on the first floor. Okay guys, we can go over this deal, how it came to be and so on. This was a deal from one of my mastermind students. It was a pre-foreclosure, from the pre-foreclosure list. And he basically reached out by way of text, email, cold call, the whole 9 yards. It took about 4 or 5 times for him to reach that person. But when he finally reached the person, he found out that it was an investor who just wanted to just let it go. He wasn't going to do anything with it. He was just going to let it go. So the deal had a situation where the mortgage balance was $430,000+ on it. And he was over, I think, 8 months behind on the payment. So we put our heads together and I say, this would be a perfect deal for a short sale. So we went to our person who does all of our short sales. Shout out to Valerie Scott, she does all the short sales for us. And we told the owner, hey, if you want to do this deal, I'm not sure if we can get you any money out of it, because you can't promise the person you're going to get the money on the short sale. But fortunately enough, the way Valerie works short sales, she was able to get the bank to give them some money on the short sale. So they got some money out of the deal, and she negotiated the numbers that she negotiated down, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think she got it down to 250, 260 on a 450 mortgage balance. I'm gonna say that again. On a 450 mortgage balance. She got it down to around 250. And the best part about that was, it was easy for my wholesaler who said, okay, how much can I make on this? So we broke down the numbers. And I presented this deal to 4 investors who I know are real players. George saw it the first day and said, I want it. And he just put it under contract the first day. Everybody else had to think about it. So, short sale negotiated from 450 down to 250. The actual wholesaler made $60,000 on this deal. So he's all in at selling it to George at 310, 315. Now, from that point, George is going to take over in regards to what he had to do cost-wise and so
on. It was really straightforward. This unit, I wasn't even going to change the floors at first. Then they didn't look good, so I changed the floors, shoe molding, and painted. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm back in the lab. So let's go ahead and go over the numbers that count. As you already heard, the actual purchase price of the property was $315,000. Based on that purchase price, we had a rehab cost of $35,000. The actual mortgage balance prior to the short sale was $450,000. Once we got our short sale expert involved in the deal, she was able to get the bank to negotiate and structure it so that they could take another $200,000 off the existing mortgage balance, which means the actual mortgage became $250,000 as opposed to $450,000. So we were able to get the bank to take a discount of $200,000 off of that $450,000 mortgage balance. And here's the best part. Everybody made money on this deal. The seller, the wholesaler, one of my students, the buyer, another one of my students, all made money on this deal. So the key to this process is having the right circumstance in place where it could possibly be able to achieve the short sale. But then the most important part is having someone on your team that is capable of doing the negotiation, structuring this short sale for the actual seller. And that's where our short sale expert comes into play. Big shout out to Valerie Scott. She is the #1 person who we take all of our short sales to in the Maryland DMV area. As a matter of fact, she does it nationwide. With that being said, this is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, and I'll see you in the next Numbers That Count video. Bye-bye.